Here in Bathurst, catching up with Danny Dwyer, the CEO of the Bathurst Harness Racing Club, who are about to embark on a massive fortnight. Danny, firstly, welcome.
Thank you, Paul. Going well.
It's a busy fortnight. When you were just saying there before, it's actually already started this week, so massive time for Bathurst Harness Racing.
Yeah, certainly very busy time this time of year, and we doesn't matter how many times you've done it, it's always a challenge, but yeah, really looking forward to it. And next couple of weeks are going to be busy, but yeah, we'll be up and ready for it, and still putting our numbers together for the 2 and 3 year old series, but they're all looking promising at this stage.
How many years have you done it, mate?
This will be number 16. Yeah, so it's been a while and done a quite fair few Gold Crowns. So yeah, it's always got its different challenges each and every year, but it's a great series and love to be part of it, and it's great for the club.
What does it mean to the harness racing community? Is it something that they all focus and they all really concentrate on trying to get to?
Yeah, definitely. It's one thing that people that aren't involved in the industry, they know the Gold Crown. So you can talk to someone down the street and they'll say, "Oh, yeah, the Gold Crown's coming up pretty soon, isn't it?" And you say, "Yeah, it's 2 weeks' time, or 3 weeks' time, or a month away, or whatever." And yeah, it's just something that resonates with the people in town, and they might not always come to the trots, but if there's a local horse that's running, they know that it's in there, and yeah, that certainly makes it easy when you're talking to people.
You've got plenty going on over the whole carnival. First thing I will do through Nutrien, the yearling sales. You've got something very new. You've got the stables already there. That's something new that you haven't done before. Great. I'm tipping your wrap that we've actually finally seen them set up and ready to go.
Yeah, they turned up today, which is very, very good. And yeah, it looks perfect. And I think that's going to alleviate a few problems that we've had with previous sales where horses have been at the showground. They've had to be transported up here. But they'll be here on the track. They can arrive a couple of days before, and people get the opportunity to have a look at them as well. So no, it's worked out perfect.
And a lot of those horses will arrive Friday. They'll definitely be here Saturday. At the minute, we're not doing a parade. We're not sure exactly what we'll do Nutrien-wise, but we want people to be here and inspect them. It is actually a bit of a lay day, I suppose, for what you guys, that Saturday, what you guys have got planned. It's one of the few days you have off.
Yeah, certainly. It's a bit of a break that day, and it's a good time leading into the sale because it gives us a good time to prepare and coming off the race meeting on the Friday night as well, and then have the race meeting on the Monday. So, yeah, no, it's all worked out really well, and glad to be on board with Nutrien, and hopefully the sale goes well.
Excited about the numbers in this year's sale?
Yeah, certainly was. I was unsure how many we'd get. I think we dropped down to below 60 last year, and that's no problem with anyone that's involved in the sale. I think they were just the numbers, but this year we've built it back up to 87, which is a number that we were comfortable with a couple of years ago. So I'm thinking that's a minimum that we can get, and hopefully in the next couple of years we can get up to 100, which would be really good.
Great to see some Victorians back as well. Albert Davies, he's a regular, and that he's coming back. But there's still a few other Victorians coming, which is really, really exciting. And I know Mark Barton was saying today that you're actually going to have the scoping facilities there. That if people wanted, which is another raise, I suppose, in the professionalism of what you guys are trying to achieve.
Yeah, that's right. It's another step up to what we've done in previous years. So it's another great service that's been offered to buyers. So I think that's a positive, and I think it only augurs well for the sale as well. I
want to make sure people aware to get signed up. It's one of those things. Contact the guys at Nutrien Equine and get signed up prior to the sale. Get your credit sorted out. It makes it a lot easier and a lot simpler for the girls and everyone else working on the day as well, because it will be run differently to the way Graham done it. That was Graham's way. This is Nutrien way. If you've already started buying at other sales, still touch base with the girls and make sure that you're all signed up. Lots going on here, mate, at Bathurst. Or else you'd be happy with that. But there is plenty going on with this carnival. Before we touch on that, when I drove in, there's foundations are poured for the training centres. So that part in itself must be exciting. When you drive in and you see nothing else other than footings on the ground, but you must be pretty excited about where it's getting to.
Yeah, exactly, Paul. That's sort of been a bit of planning in for a long time, and it's sort of, as you say, it's starting to see some fruition now of all the work that's gone into it. So hopefully that'll be done this year sometime and completed. Not exactly sure on the completion date, but I think it was originally thought to be the end of June, but it probably might push out to later on in the year. So once that's finished, it'll just add another part to the racetrack here where the horses can be trained on the track. I think there's 60 stables there, so a lot of the trainers from the showground will move up here, train their horses out of here, get the chance to fast work on the really good track, and then get some young people involved, hopefully, in the sport that may not be involved in the sport at the moment, but they've got the opportunity to come and rent some stables and hopefully partake in the industry and learn their trade that way. Something
I'm very excited at as far as from a Victorian looking in. I'm jealous, but I'm excited about it because we need these. I know Tamworth, I think, have stabling for 100. You guys, I think there's plans at foot with Wagga. I think it's great what New South Wales, and of course Menangle, I shouldn't forget that, what Harness Racing New South Wales are doing to help facilitate people with what is a major expense in purchasing a property, setting up a track, If not, buying a truck to transport them to a track. It's terrific what they are doing.
Yeah, definitely. And if you're not born into a harness racing family, it's hard to get into the sport, because as all the things you just said, to buy enough land to put a track and stables on is expensive. And, with the way the industry is going at the moment, we need to get more young people involved, in which we have. We've got a lot of young people involved in the sport. So here's a great chance for them to come up, rent some stables, be right on the track. Everything's there for them. It should be an easy transition for them to get involved in the sport and hopefully stay in the sport as well.
That's what we want. I think we're all about it. We're all passionate about it. We want more and more people in it. Okay, Bathurst Carnival. It pretty much starts next Wednesday. Am I right? About a week's time?
Yep. Yeah, so the Gold Tiara heats are on next Wednesday, and then the Crown heats on the Friday, and then for the following week as well, we have 3-year-old heats on the Monday, and then on the Wednesday night we have the consolations and some other races as well, and the big final night on the Saturday. So 5 meetings in about 10 days, and the sale as well, and a few other social functions there as well. So plenty happening.
I saw is there a gala ball the night before the sale?
That's right. Yeah, that's on the Saturday night, so it's always well attended, and just a bit of a social night for everyone to sit back and relax and get involved and talk to people, and a lot of visitors come to town, as you know, and give them an opportunity to mix in and meet with everyone. And yeah, it's a really great night, and looking forward to it again this year.
Tickets available for that if people want to get buy tickets?
Yeah, they're on 123 ticks, so or jump on our website and have a look and get their tickets as well. So yeah, no, those bookings are available now, so jump on there if you would like to come.
You've got a golf day, anyone that is coming and going to stay for the week, and that you've got a golf day. What else you got planned?
Golf day, yeah, we've got the honorary dinner. This year the honorary dinner is on the Friday night, the night before the final night. The Davis family here from Orange or Spring Hill been involved through 3 generations. Over a long period of time, they have the horses with the Studley prefix with a lot of their horses, so they've been great people involved in the sport, and a great chance to recognise their achievements in harness racing on that night.
And then you've got plenty else happening. One thing I want to touch on just quickly before we get kicked off here, because we're about to come out for the first race. Honorary Memorial Night again tonight. I think I've seen quite a few of your clubs. Great names in there, Turnbulls a couple of times, which is unfortunate, but it's great that you guys remember. There is a lot that harness racing do. We do a lot of things behind the scenes, don't we, that people don't actually see.
Yeah, that's right. And we've got to never forget the history and a lot of the people, whether it's trainers, owners, committee members. We've got to remember everything that they've done. Unfortunately, we don't get the opportunity to spend time with them anymore, but it's certainly great for the families that they can come and see a race named after their loved one, and give the opportunity to keep their name involved in the sport.
You also have your museum. I encourage people that do come here. I gather that'll be open most of the time through there. That I was fortunate enough to be locked in there to do the show. But I think it's great what you guys do. It's great what New South Wales do, because the one at Menangle as well is awesome as well. And you can't go forward if you don't remember your past. I mean, you can't keep looking back. But you still have to you learn from what our past predecessors done. So I think it's actually terrific. Danny, looking forward to it. 10 days from the yearling sales, 1 week for you from the start of this massive race carnival, and I'm sure you're looking forward to it. I'm sure you worry about it a little bit, but I think well done to you guys, and I look forward to being here. I'm going to be here on the Friday nights. We'll catch up with as many of the winners as we can as well. So look forward to it, mate. Thanks very much for joining me.
Thanks for all your help, mate, and it's been great. Looking forward to working with you.
Thank you.